Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 9. Last time we saw how the Elric brothers infiltrating this supposed to be closed laboratory. Nobody should enter this place because it was dangerous. Well, yeah, it was dangerous, but not for the reason that was officially cited, but because they were doing very dangerous experiments and very immoral experiments, very unethical experiments, I think is the correct word. And in the pursuit of the Philosopher's Stone. Yes, all of this is a major plot point because now we're starting to see more of these new characters that are named after the mortal sins. Again, I'm not saying anything because yes, they do have a name, but until it's not mentioned in the series, I'm not going to say anything. Well, in this series, just in case somebody else is watching for the first time. But anyway, as I was saying, yes, that is the premise, the general premise of the episode, that they infiltrate this laboratory. But there is of course a lot of layers in this one. We have the existential crisis of Al, the fight between these criminals, and of course Ed, and how even though they are just armors, he sees them as human still, and this kind of warm their heart so they can they will be able to release the secrets that they've been hiding, or at least the secrets that they know. And of course the action that was took by these two ladies, or the boy and the girl, Lost and Envy. Yeah, let's just go with that. I'm not gonna say she is a lady or whatever. Yeah, Lost and Envy. And yeah, these two are very important to the plot that is coming. Well, everything apparently in this world is important to the plot that is coming. But anyway, yeah, it is an interesting episode because it gave us something to think about. The mental state in which Al is now. It's giving us all these, well, all this trouble in his mind, because yes, before that he was 100% sure that he existed before, that he was human, and that he will return to his body one day. Now he doesn't know anymore. Now he is doubting his own existence, which is a very deep topic to handle. But yeah, it makes sense for him to doubt his own existence. It does make sense. And that's what makes this anime so good, because it handles very dark themes, very deep themes with ease. I love it. But anyway, yeah, I think I have spoken enough about this in the last episode, and of course, let's just cut all of this and watch the next one, shall we? What? Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. That's okay. Yeah, this is deeper, and I like it. Oh! Well, yeah, he's a higher ranking officer. Oh. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. He get it for something else. Oh, really? Of course, yeah. Ooh, of course. Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's kind of her fault in this case. Yeah. He fought. Yes. No. Yeah. Oh, there was the scream. Winry-san. Oh, okay, yeah. Of course, he's not expecting that. Oh, of course. It's. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say anything again. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I don't think she's going to be very happy. Yes, he is in the hospital. Yeah. I don't think she has seen her like this. She has seen him like this. Oh, she's feeling guilty, of course. What? Oh, yeah, she knows the truth. No, of course he didn't. Yeah. Works out. Oh. No. Seriously? Trust me. Oh, yeah, he didn't. Yeah. Yes, it's true. Oh. Seriously. Oh. Shalom, he's offering. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, of course, he's not going to take a no for an answer. Oh. Oh boy. What? Oh, it's the birthday, of course. Oh, she's adorable. Thank you for asking. Yes, exactly. So to speak. Oh, of course, she just. Yes, she's adorable.
Metal Alchemist.
Oh. Yeah, this is the freaking. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this is the trigger of the talk. Yeah, now I'll explode. Oh, poor. Oh boy, yeah, everything has been triggered. Oh. No, that's not the case. Ah. Okay, this is a very important talk. Oh, of course, yes. Yeah, this is exactly. Oh man, yes,
アルはお前を恨むような子じゃないよ。聞いてみればわかるだろう。
yes. It makes sense for him to be scared because if the answer is a positive, it's the worst things for him. Yes.
それをそれなのにあんたは
Oh, man, this is again. This show did so much wonders.
を作るバカがどこの世界にいるってのよ。
Yes, exactly.
たった二人の兄弟じゃない。
Ah, this show, man. It's not full tier, but yeah. This is what he need. Oh,
勝った初めてお前
yes.
ずるいよ兄さん。
Oh,
勝ちは勝ち
yes.
小さい頃からいっぱい喧嘩したよな
Like brothers. Yeah, that's normal.
今思えばくったらねえことで喧嘩してたな
Yes.
上か下か。
Well, yeah, that makes sense. They're brothers.
おやつのことでも喧嘩したっけ？
王者の
Yeah, those are children. Oh, wow.
遊んだ時も
俺川に
Yeah.
修行中も喧嘩してたよね。
やっかましいって先生に反抗
Holy yeah. Speaking of monster.
嫁さんにするのはどっちって喧嘩もした。
Wow.
僕が勝った。
But she said no.
あそう
Yeah. Oh.
全部嘘だっていうのかよ
ごめん。
どんなことしても
Yes,
体に戻り
exactly.
たいって
This is a neat
あの
way.
気持ちも作り物だっていうの
Yeah, this is. Oh, I love how organic this feels.
絶対に二人で元に戻るって決めたんだどんどん前へ進むぞ前へ進んで喧嘩も心ももっと
Yes. Oh, of course. Oh, even. Oh yeah, the milk part. I love this.
ヒューズさん。やっぱり口で言わなきゃ伝わらないこともありますね。
そうだな。
Oh, he was really hurt at the end. Oh boy. This is such a wholesome episode. And something terrible was going to happen, I bet.
俺の右腕はついているか。
ああちゃんとついてる
Oh yeah.
すっげえなこの
Yeah, but there is a reason for those tattoos.
ああ家族にもらった大切な。
Oh, yeah, this is, of course, the deeper part of the story. And, of course, there is the preview. Yeah, a more relaxed episode, a more wholesome episode, but, of course, that resolved one of the existential crises that Al had in the previous one. Again, I love how organic it felt when they resolved the problem between brothers. Yeah, it should feel like that. It shouldn't be feel forced or it shouldn't be feel anything else. And that's why I love this show. It's so well written. But anyway, yeah, as always, I'm gonna watch this again. And be back with the comments. See you in a bit. Sorry about that, I just felt something. Never mind. Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 9th episode of the series, and as I said during the reaction, this is a more relaxed episode. It's not full of action, but it actually delivers something else. It delivers this story of the conclusion of the story that we start from the last episode, and it gave us something else. It's not just action, but it's still extremely important that we saw this one. Okay, yeah, we're seeing, of course, Ed being in the hospital because, yeah, all his wounds are, well, pretty bad, and yes, he needs to be hospitalized. And the first thing he asks is the information about Laboratory 5. Of course, They told him that he's completely destroyed, and I mean his guardians told him that he's completely destroyed. He's angry because he was so close to discover the truth. But unfortunately, he still wants to go and investigate. Of course, this gave us an interesting reaction from the Guardians. Yes, they are taking a big risk here because for the military, Ed has a higher ranking than them. He is the equivalent of a major, and he's a lieutenant or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact titles they had. But of course, yeah, they need to kind of make him wake up from this stupor that he's just seeing like this the world. I need to do something, and anything that deviates from that path that I'm watching right now is against my own principles. He needs to broaden his side. Why? Because he needs to learn to maybe not depend, but at least seek help from somebody else, from his elders or from whoever. That's what they want. But so far, we have seen that he's trying to do all by himself. Or perhaps both Elric brothers are trying to do both by themselves. I think that's more accurate. Of course, so she just slapped a major, a higher ranking officer. She's asking for forgiveness, and they say, "Oh, sorry, what is our punishment for the slap?" And yes, they are pretty firm. And of course, Ed is not going to do anything like that. He is not a military because he wanted the rank, he wanted all of that. It's not like Mustang, who Mustang really wants the rank. For a reason, yes, there is a reason behind that selfishness of what it looks like selfishness from Mustang. But again, I'm not saying anything until the show tells us. Anyway, as I was saying, it doesn't look for that rank. And of course, he said, okay, yes, you're right, I'm sorry. I really need to learn my lesson here, which of course I haven't learned because I'm trying again to escape and go and investigate on my own. Yeah, of course, they are relieved because they know that their superior officer is not going to give them any punishment. Yeah, that's how it is explained to it that yeah, his rank is supposed to be the rank of a major, and of course they are relieved of that. Yeah, he's asking, oh, that's why you're being so nice to me, but it's okay. You can treat me with more, I don't know, more casual way. Of course, they are relieved. Oh yeah, that was a waste of time. Anyway, yeah, we know that they try to punish Al too, but of course he's on armor. He's not going to feel any pain. Uh, yeah, in this moment, Ed is worried because he's going to receive the scolding of his life. Well, courtesy of his girlfriend. Well, mechanic. But come on. Everything is pointed toward that. Yeah, enough of my shipping goggles. Yeah, continuing. They made a phone call, and of course, Winry figured out that, yeah, it ruined kind of his arm. She's not that mad because she knows the reason. Because there is a ball that isn't attached to their arm, and of course, thanks to that, the thing will break, and of course, yeah, that's the major fault in there. Ed doesn't know that. Ed believes that it's the perfect job that they always do, but of course, she knows. And Ed is waiting for that and screaming, how dare you to use my automel in another fight? This never happens. She's very calm again, kind of feeling guilty. So, oh boy, this is something else. This was my fault. So yeah, don't worry. I'm going to Central to repair your arm. That's when the call ends. This call is full of funny visuals. The overreaction of Ed for the phone call. It's just the phone. There's just like here, and even the hair is blowing, even though there is no scream. We saw, of course, the imitation of Winry thanks to Ed. And yeah, how the mayor is still teasing that, yeah, you're just calling your girlfriend and all that. Yeah, this is, again, a funny moment. But, of course, this is a transition when they start to go back to Ed's rooms. I would say Al, but no, it's Ed's room. We saw Al again. That he's in the shadows, doesn't want to go to see anybody else. He's sad, and he's thinking and thinking and thinking for obvious reason. His existential crisis is still in place. We haven't resolved any of that. They continue, of course, moving, and Al is staying there. Of course, the mere coincidence, the sheer coincidence that is a kid's toy is moving towards Al, and the kid's just picking him up and running away. If it was something positive, we say, oh, this is so convoluted. But since it's making you, one of your characters, feel bad and think something awful about himself, I kind of like it. Yes, those coincidences are something I approve of. When they're just mere coincidence and that's why the hero saved the day or that's why he got away, that's when I think is bad writing. But when there are coincidences, when something awful is about to happen, or the life of the protagonist is going to take a turn for the worse, yeah, I like those coincidences. I don't know why. I think it's better writing when they use the coincidence in a negative way instead of a positive. Because yes, if you cannot think something to solve the situation, but just a mere coincidence, yeah, that's bad writing, in my opinion. Perhaps I'm wrong, and both are bad writing, but anyway, yeah. We saw that, of course, this creates more troubles for us. Then, of course, we saw one of the train stations. My guess is the main train station in Central. And we saw, of course, the arrival of Winry. She doesn't enjoy the ride in the freaking train. But, of course, she's trying to find Ed and Al. She doesn't know that he's been hospitalized. She doesn't know that, and she's looking for somebody recognizable, in this case, the Major Armstrong. But there is something here I want to speak about. And it's so brief, so short-lived, but I think it's important. During my reaction, and yes, I'm going to make sure I will put that in my reaction, I'm going to cut that. We saw somebody or a couple of people in the background when Winry finds Major Armstrong. For those who have seen, and now that I remember, this series already told us who she is. She's the master of the Elric brothers. It was mentioned, I think, in the second episode of this series. So yes, we saw her and we know that she's the master. In case you haven't noticed, and yes, I was so excited because, oh my god, she's the master and she's in the background, and what the hell is she doing in Central? Boy, oh boy, that sounds exciting. Anyway, yeah, it's a small detail that I don't know if I'm going to have repercussions in the future, but anyway. We saw again Major Armstrong, and Winry is asking for the Elric brothers. He tells her that the truth, that Ed is in the hospital, and that's why he cannot come out, and that's why one of the things that she needs to see, that yeah, she needs to repair the arm, but of course Ed is still in poor condition. She arrives to the hospital, and of course she's feeling bad. She's feeling guilty because thanks to her, Ed is in this condition. She's asking for forgiveness. And of course, the rest is kind of looking at Ed and what the hell did you do to this girl to make you feel that guilty? And of course, Ed doesn't know that there is a loose bolt in there. Well, actually, it's not a loose bolt. It's no bolt in there. And he said, no, don't worry. It's not your fault. It's because I was overusing it and I shouldn't use it in a battle and all that. And yes, he's feeling guilty because now she's sad and all that. Of course, this is treated as a comedic effect. Because now we notice that he never knew that there was a loose... Well, there was no bolt in there. He never noticed that. The screw wasn't there and Ed never noticed. I was saying bolt. I don't know why. I always thought of a bolt, but no, actually it's a screw. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's when her humor turns out for the best. Because now, she sees that he's not that bad. He's happy, he's moving, he's not all completely gone in the bed or something like that. No. And of course she doesn't have to be guilty because Ed never figured out the truth. So she's going to charge the late fee. I know the late fee, sorry, the rush fee. Because, yes, the maintenance trip, she came way too early because she thought that it was her fault. And yes, technically it's kind of her fault, but anyway. And of course, we're treating in a comedic scene again that Ed refused to drink his milk. This is something that is always true. They, of course, attribute his short stature thanks to the lack of milk in his diet. I don't know if that's true, but anyway, yeah, I love how everyone's, oh, you need to really drink your meal. Stop with that. That's why you're going to keep short. But I love, again, the Mayor Armstrong is the best reference here. Like, oh, don't be so picky and showing all those muscles. And yes, you need to drink your meal. I love Mayor Armstrong. Again, he's really shouted my favorite character. And yes, this is a very happy moment. But this is kind of a transition for a more serious moment. Because we saw Al in the door, in the frame door, but don't want to enter the happy place because he's still feeling depressed thanks to whatever is eating him in his mind. We saw the next scene is, of course, Winry repairing the arm, and we saw how this time she really put the freaking screw in the arm and she is making maintenance. Again, the change of mood. We're treating this happy moment to this funny moment. But we return to Al and his existential crisis that he is still not sure if he ever existed. He's doubting his own existence, something that we dealt partially in the last episode. But here is now confronting in a more controlled environment. Yes, he was at risk in the battle and he was still thinking. But there are other stuff that was distracting for fully think about his own existence or lack of existence in his mind. Now that there is no risk, everybody is secure, everybody is safe, and everybody is having fun, he is starting to think more and more and more about this problem he's having. A terrible problem, of course, but problem nonetheless. His existential crisis is something that is been keep dragged during the whole episode. Again, we're changing the view and we're receiving another visitor after the repair of the arm. In this case, Hughes. Again, he's so great because he's so happy and yes, treating the Elric brothers as their old friends. And yes, again, hammering down the theme that actually Winry is the girlfriend of Eth. Everybody is screaming that they should accept it in the end, of course. Anyway, yeah, he presents himself and he's able to be in the hospital because he left Shiska with overtime work. Poor Shiska, she's working her ass off in their work. Poor Shiska. Yeah, god damn it, Hughes. I like you, but come on, don't treat Shiska like that. Anyway, yeah, he gave the good news that perhaps the escort of Ed are going to be dismissed because yes, of course, Scar is no longer in sight and they believe it's safe enough for them to be on their own. But of course, this is the first time that Winry finds this out and she is kind of angry. This is not very justified because it's technically not Ed's fault, it's his car's fault. But anyway, yeah, they don't tell her anything because, yeah, this is not something they want to express. And I mean Ed and Al. They don't want to worry Winry because they know that she's going to get worried. They don't tell her, and of course, she's leaving now because her work is done. She needs a place to stay, and of course, Hughes offers his place. Yeah, he's crazy, but I love him. And I love how he just drags Winry to his house along with his wife and daughter. And I love the adorableness of the next scene. Is, of course, Alicia's birthday, the daughter of Hughes. And she's so cute. Winry wasn't expecting to be receiving this family this much, especially in a birthday, because yeah, this is a very special occasion for a family. My guess is only friends, but no, Hughes is, oh yes, come in, doesn't matter. My guess he will have dragged the Elric brothers to the party, but of course they are hospitalized. But one of them is going to be hospitalized, and the other one is not going to abandon his brother. Yeah, but again, the adorableness of this scene. This girl is so cute. Especially when saying, oh, how old are you? Oh, I'm... And she stops because, yeah, she's thinking, oh, wait, no, I'm not 2. I just grew up. I just got my birthday, so that means I'm 3. Yeah, she's so adorable. And I agree with Hughes and with Winry. She's so cute. Seriously, the cuteness overdose. I understand why Hughes is obsessed with his daughter. Oh, she's adorable. Anyway, we're treating in the same birthday party. We're treating that. Yeah, Winry is kind of feeling bad because the Elric brothers never told her anything. She always finds everything out later on. But I think, and Hughes, I don't know if I'm interpreting the same way as Hughes tried to say, but I think it's because, as I said before, they trust her. They know that she can read them like no other, that she will know better than nobody else how they are feeling and what is happening with their lives. And not only that, because they don't want to make her worried. They want her to be calm and relax as much as possible, because yes, there is a lot of things that she needs to do back in her hometown, and if she's worrying about these guys, she's not going to concentrate in her work. So yeah, and of course the fact that they don't like to speak much, they don't like to express their feelings in words. They say, oh, I love you, oh, I feel sad, oh, I love that. No, they express it by actions. And yes, she shouldn't feel bad because yeah, that's how they are. But once she figured it out, yeah, she needs to go after them and go, well, straight them up, because that's what she does. She is the moral support of Ed and Al. I think more Ed than Al, but anyway. Yeah, it's an interesting talk that we have here. Then, of course, we return to the adorableness, because all the kids want to play with this little girl, and she said, oh yes, of course, let's go play. But they are fighting because all of them want to play with her. Of course, this is not going that well with Hughes. He's very jealous and overprotective, and he's threatening these poor little kids that, what are 4, 5 at tops? I think they're 4 or 3. And yes, they are hitting with a gun and don't get close to my daughter. If you do something to her, you're going to be punished. Yeah, this is overprotection if I see any. Yeah, this is again a comic relief, a funny scene, and you should not be taking this very seriously, and I love that. And yes, of course, Winry returns to the hospital later on, saying goodbye to the daughter and to the wife, and of course, yeah, again, the daughter being so adorable, saying, oh, dear child, goodbye and all that, see you soon, or something like that. That is, again, adorable. That little girl is so cute. And I love how this anime is making cute things without make you feel like you're in a honey, just being spread out by honey that's just disgusting in the end. No, these are cute, but cute enough for you to feel good, but not too much cuteness and you'll be saying, oh, come on, this is way too sweet, enough of this. That's what I like about this anime. It really does well balance in everything. We return with the Elric brothers, and this is when things are interesting. Yes, Eddie's saying, you are so lucky because you don't have to drink this crap, and he is referring to milk. But that triggers something else. The fact that, oh, you are so big already, so you don't have to drink this crap. This triggers something that was being eating Al for a long time, for a couple of days at least. He never asked to be like this, he believes, and he's starting to spew out all his repressed emotion, that he's angry because he believes that he's just a doll. It's just an armor, and all his memories are created artificially, and all of that. And even Winry is in this one. Yes, he's accusing everybody. He's accusing the people who are close to him of this. Yes, he's not sure that he's real. He's not sure, and now he's finally expressing because he cannot longer contain it within himself. He expresses it, and yes, this is a shock for everybody. Because yes, this is again taking something from past episode, that the question that was never asked from Ed never was asked that question. He believed now, thanks to everything that's been said to him, that the real question is that he is the real. What does it feel when he knows that he's not real and all of that? Yes, this is something that has been eaten out. Of course, Ed is angry because that is not what is the reality, and he's angry with that. He just slams his fist against the table and he goes away without saying much. He just asks, that is what is eating you. That's why you're this quiet. He goes away. And this is when we saw the anger of Winry. Because she knows what Ed is really feeling. She hits Al with the wrench, and he's assigned to tell him, this is not what he wanted to ask you, you moron. He wanted to ask you if you hate him because what he did. And when we are treating with a flashback that yes, Ed at some point when he was receiving his new arm believed that his brother hated him of what he did, thanks to what he did in the past. And he's afraid to ask his question because of a positive answer. If Al said, yes, I hate you, that's what eating Ed. That is what he was been eating him. Winry knew this. And that's why she's so mad towards Al in this moment. Because he's telling him that, yes, do you believe that somebody is going to risk his life just to create an artificial brother? And she commanded him to go and speak to him. And I'm very fast. And I love how Al, again, there is something else that triggers this response in Al. My guess is now this is the time in which he figured out that, oh crap, I screw it up. Because yes, what Winry says makes sense. And now that explanation is out. Now the explanation is out as, what was the question? Yes, he's starting to see that, oh crap, yeah, you're right. And that's not it. When we saw them in the rooftop, we saw that they are not good with words. Especially Ed. Ed is not good with words. He prefers to take actions. And this is a way to relieve stress for him. He starts to fight with his brother. This is the first time he won a fight against Al. And there is a good reason for that. Especially for the cheating with the shit. And they start to discuss that. Yes, we fought a lot in the past. And Al always won. Except one other time that it was a draw because they must beat the crap out of them. But yeah, we fought for snacks, for toys, for deciding who is going to marry Winry. Yeah, again, Ed is denying that. Yes, I won, but she said no. Okay. Yeah, this is a cute moment. But this is how they make a transition for the real talk. He's asking Al, do you think that's artificial? Do you think I created all of that, all those feelings? And again, this is another stuff that Al needed to hear. This is some other stuff that he needed to hear. All of this is going to resolve his crisis, but it's not as simple. And yes, again, those are drastic measures that need to be taken in this moment. Because again, the problems that were created by this, there are two solutions. A long psychological session, which I'm not entirely sure that this exists in this world, or some drastic measure. These are the drastic measures that was needed to resolve the problem. And yes, I love again the resolution that we are having with these episodes. That yes, we're going to work hard to recover our bodies, we'll become stronger, but not only physical, mentally too. And even Eda said that yes, I'm going to drink milk. Because yes, again, I joke in there to lighten up the mood. And I love how Hughes and Winry were the witness of this last talk between the Elric brothers. And yes, Winry is happy because they are now together at last. They are back. They are no other hidden feelings or terrible thoughts that were eating them out. Yes, I love that. Because yes, first one of having a crisis was Ed, after we saw what in episode 4 with the bastards. And now the crisis is on the head of Al. Yes, I love how they are not unidimensional, that only the protagonist is allowed to have doubts in his own mind or doubts in his own morals. No, everybody in the show is allowed to do that. I love this character rule and I love this show for that. We now cut to memories of Ishvala, more precisely of Scar, and the encounter with, yeah, the freaking sadistic bastard. I think it's Kilby or something along those lines. I don't remember his name. But yeah, it's obvious it's this freaking sick bastard. But anyway, yeah, he's been cured by a couple of Ishvalas, an old man and a very young kid. And yeah, he's remembering his fight against loss and gluttony. They found him in the sewers, and yeah, that's how he was saved. Yeah, this is, my guess is how to call it, segue for something that is going to happen in the future. Because yes, that important part for him is his right arm, because those tattoos are what help him to into his quest of getting rid of the world of state alchemists. Yeah, this is, again, this episode dealt with deeper meaning, deeper topic. Sorry. And yes, again, I love how is this existential crisis being dragged out toward the last episode and this one. It's not an easy solution, and yes, there is a lot of conflict. Again, not full of action, but the topics that were expressed here were pretty deep and pretty important to deal with. Which is something I always glad with this anime. It doesn't feel old, it feels very dynamic, even in these episodes without action. It feels really good, and it's not a boring filler, or it's not, because yes, this is not filler, this is important for the development of characters. It's not boring, it's entertaining because it makes you think. But yeah, I think I exhausted the topic of this episode, a really good one, but I can't wait for to see the next one. But anyway, yeah, the only thing I have to say is thank you for your comments, your likes, your views, and your subscriptions. If you want to be a subscriber, click on the button for subscription and on the bell so you can get notifications. If you share this video, that will help me a lot more. And of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for your attention, and well, see you on the next one. Bye.